Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silent meditation.
Greetings, Pine-Richland. I'm Ella. Today is December 16, 2021, and it's a B-Day.
And I'm Francesco. Now for today's announcements. Activity period. Today we'll be following an activity period bell schedule. After the announcements, stay tuned to watch PRTV Club's TV show Ramtastic, followed by a video podcast on stress versus depression. Peer-to-peer. The Peer-to-Peer Club is now selling shirts until December 23rd. They are $10 each. Please see any club member to place an order. The front logo is on your screen. Forensics. Anyone interested in competing in this weekend's virtual tournament must sign up as soon as possible in room 106 and see Mrs. Green or Mr. Bico for more information. Prom. The prom committee is looking for seniors to serve. If you're interested, please email Mrs. Bruff or Mrs. McCarthy at the email address found at the bottom of your screen. The first meeting will be Thursday, January 27th. Fact of the day. Now let's check in with PJ for the fact of the day.
You know, I'm Patrick. I'm here today with your fact of the day. A lot of people have been coming up to me and asking, Patrick, you have cows? Like, how much milk does it take to make a pound of butter? Well, after some long, intensive research, I've found the answer. It takes 21 pints of milk to make 1 pound of butter. How many pounds of butter do you think you go through in, say, a year? How many pints of milk do you think you go through in a year? Let me know. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that fact of the day.
It was very facty.
Inkwell, attention. Do you like to write, make art, take photos? Students in Inkwell Magazine Club promote, select, and publish writing and art submissions. You do not have to be a member of the club to submit. All submissions are welcome and greatly encouraged. The Inkwell early submission deadline is tomorrow, so please email Ms. Jessica Walker or stop by room 107 soon for more information. Digital submissions should be emailed to the email address found at the bottom of your screen. Attention seniors. A few weeks ago, an email was sent to all students that included the website to Harif Jones to order your cap, gown, and tassel for graduation. It is strongly encouraged that your order is placed by December 20th. With the crisis of shipping and delivery in our country, there could be a charge as high as $40 if you order after the suggested deadline. Theme Day Thursday. Not sure what Theme Day Thursday is? 2 Thursdays each month, students and staff are encouraged to dress up in the day's theme. The next Theme Day Thursday will take place December 23rd, with the theme being Holiday Sweater Day. Feature. Now let's send it over to Patrick for today's feature.
All right, who are we here with today?
Colby Patrick.
What grade are you in, Colby Patrick?
I am a senior.
I don't trust people with 2 first names.
No comment on that.
Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
I don't like pineapple at all.
Why don't you like pineapple at all?
I don't know, just bad experience with pineapples.
You traumatized by pineapples?
Maybe just a little bit.
Is it because they're like spiky, or is it like they're citrusy? Like what part of the pineapple are you traumatized by?
I don't know. I think the spikes probably.
You know, that's understandable. Thank you for having a conversation with me about pineapples today, Colby.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Thank you, Colby.
That's a very interesting student. Ski and Board Club. Attention Ski and Board Club. Bus signups have begun. Directions are posted on the club's website and on Google Classroom at the classroom code found at the bottom of your screen. Only members with completed registration will be able to choose a bus seat. Registration will close tomorrow. Any student wishing to join Ski and Board Club after Friday will be based upon availability and be first come, first served. PRTV Club. The next meeting for the PRTV Club will be Tuesday, December 21st after school. Please meet in room 328 to check in before heading to the TV studio. Production for the TV show Ramtastic will take place. Ramtastic. The PRTV Club hopes everyone will enjoy their new show. Ramtastic, which will be played today during the activity period. Students, be on the lookout for an email from Mr. Kaler asking you to complete the next fun pool, which gives everyone a chance to be part of each episode of Ramtastic. Ramsway. Let's now take a break from the announcements to share today's Ramsway Mindful Moment message.
Guidance news. The following scholarships, contests, and workshops are now available. Stop in the guidance office or check on Naviance under the college's tab scholarship list.
Now let's go to Carter for our sports report.
Yo, what's up?
What is up, PR? I'm here with the sports. Track and field registration for the track and field team is now taking place. Visit the district athletics webpage to register. The official start date of the season is Monday, March 7th. The district's healthy roster completion is required to participate in the spring season. Optional winter conditioning practices will start at the beginning of January. You can also register for winter practices on the athletics webpage. Swimming and diving. Tonight, the varsity and JV teams will take on North Catholic at home. The meet starts at 6 p.m. Ice hockey. Tonight, the varsity team will be at Bethel Park. The puck drops at 6 p.m. at the Spencer Family YMCA. That is it for me. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carter, for the sports. Now let's go to Patrick for lunch.
Pepperoni or chicken bacon ranch popper bowl, barbecue shredded pork, turkey and bacon wrap, and to end it off, a Cobb salad. Back to the desk.
Lunch looks good today. Now let's go to Carter for weather.
I'm Carter for weather. Yo, today it's going to be a little bit rainy. High of 59 and a low of 48. Getting warmer. Tomorrow, high of 54 and a low of 34, but it's going to be cloudy. All right, for the weekly forecast, we got some rain on Saturday. And then it's going to get a little sunny and some rain again. Thank you. Back to the front desk.
The weather's looking all right this week.
Stay tuned for Ramtastic and a podcast from the guidance office. That's all for today. It's a B-Day, and I'm Francesco.
And I'm Ella.
Bye.
Welcome to the first edition of our brand new show, Ramtastic. In this show, we're going to be going over news, fun facts, and many cool stuff that you'll see later. First, let's start with the world/US news. Friendly reminder to keep your masks on when you're indoors, as we want our school to stay open. Thank you. Nearly 2 years after the vaccine company's first race to study the virus genome, around 600 million vaccine doses have been distributed, and more than 200 million Americans, about 61% of the population, have been fully vaccinated. Local news. Healthy Ride is facing a daunting but exhilarating task, rebuilding its Pittsburgh bike sharing program from top to bottom with new bikes, new stations, and a new operating system, and a new product, electric assist bikes. How exciting. Now, let's look at Pine-Richland sports. On Monday, girls basketball beat Hempfield 62-41. Great job. On December 10th, boys swimming beat Riverside 67-43, and girls swimming beat Riverside 84-43. Amazing. Well, that's all for me. Now let's go to the fun fact.
Did you know that using plants to celebrate the holidays traces its roots back thousands of years? The ancient Egyptians used green palm leaves to honor Ra's return from sickness, bringing with him the spring. The ancient Romans decorated their homes with evergreen boughs to celebrate the feast of Saturnalia, which celebrated the return of crops. What's another name for an artificial Christmas tree? Faux fur. Now back to the main desk.
Now, we have a new segment. Let's hope you guys like it. It's called Do You Know Our Teachers? Go.
Welcome to our new segment, Do You Know Your Teachers? This picture has been sent to us by a teacher, and you get to guess who it is. These are your options. All right, and the answer is Mr. Gaetano. Now back to the front desk.
That was great. I had no clue who that was. Now, let's look at the results of the fun poll.
Okay, so we sent out a poll on the 24th of November. 282 people filled out the poll. The question was, what is your favorite side for your Thanksgiving meal? And the options were stuffing, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, and dressing/gravy. Thank you all for filling out this poll. And with a margin of victory of more than 20%, the winner is mashed potatoes. Thank you. Now, grab all your buddies to answer the next poll with the question, what type of cheese is the best? The options are mozzarella, cheddar, American, and provolone. Hey, what did the piece of cheddar say to the ghost? I'm lactose intolerant. And now back to the main desk.
That's all for today. Hope you all enjoyed today's show. Make sure to tune in to next week's edition of Ramtastic. See ya.
Hey Pine-Richland, I hope you're all doing well. Today we thought we'd have a conversation about stress versus depression. They are different, and we're going to take a couple minutes to look at that. So, who here has ever experienced the feeling of being stressed?
Definitely, yeah.
Right, I should see everybody's hands up, including the teacher, because I think we've all experienced stress at one point or another. So I want to go over what the definition of stress is. So according to Webster, it's a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. That's a lot of words. But basically what I want you to think about are what types of situations stress you out? Anyone?
Preparing for a test.
Yep, absolutely. Preparing for a test. That's tough. Anyone else?
When my parents get on me.
Yeah, parental stress is rough. I remember those days. How about a performance or a game, a competition, right? All stressful situations. Taking a test, right? We talked about that.
Giving
right?
a speech.
Giving a speech, really, yeah, I think that's stressful for everyone. I will admit to being stressed right now making this podcast because it freaks me out a little bit, but I'm doing it, right? And so we work through our stress. Feeling stressed is normal, okay? Remember that. It's not abnormal. How about, well, let me ask you a question. Is there an emotional response to stress? Do you get emotional when you're stressed?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of emotions do you experience when you're stressed?
Sometimes I cry.
Anger, crying, anything else?
Scared.
Fear, absolutely. Again,
Irritable.
irritable, good one. Yep, absolutely. Very true. How about a physical response? Do we have a physical response to stress? I know, I do. I tend to laugh inappropriately sometimes when I'm stressed. Sorry, what? What else is there?
I'm sorry. My stomach hurts.
Stomach
I get
hurts?
sweaty.
Sweaty, yeah.
Yeah.
My heart rate increases.
Heart rate increases. How about headaches? I know
Oh.
people tend to get headaches, right? And so all these things can happen to us when we get stressed. So it's important to learn how to manage that. Do you think that stress can actually be a positive thing?
Never really looked at it that way.
Okay, some people haven't looked at it that way. What I want you to do is think about how we can look at it differently. Change the camera angle with which you're looking at things. Instead of thinking that's a horrible thing, perhaps stress can help you get excited and prepped for something. So maybe look at it in terms of, instead of psyching yourself out, you can psych yourself up for something, right?
So instead of looking at stress as a negative, I could say it's my body like gearing up for a challenge.
You could look at stress as your body gearing up for a challenge and wanting to do your best. That's not a bad thing, right? Okay, so we're going to talk about coping methods in a couple of minutes. So we're going to talk about it now. Unhealthy coping methods: listening to music, exercising. What's another way we can manage our stress in a healthy manner?
Breathing exercises.
Meditation, great. What else?
Talking to a friend.
Talking it out, absolutely. Anyone else?
I love writing down like in a journal or
Journaling, that's a great outlet too. If you're an artist, use your art. If you're a dancer, dance it out. If you are an instrumentalist or a vocalist, music is a great way to relieve that stress. Good job, guys. How about unhealthy examples of coping? Obviously, turning to drugs or alcohol, yelling at your friends and family, losing your patience. Is there anything else that would be unhealthy?
Isolating yourself.
Isolating yourself, yeah. That certainly doesn't help, does it? It just makes it a little bit worse. So we really want you to focus on those healthy coping skills. So let's move on to the next slide where we talk about depression. So we know that everybody feels stress. Not everybody experiences depression, but we all do feel sad or down sometimes. So what I want you to remember is the depression is defined as feelings of severe despondency and dejection. We feel sad, hopeless, despair. We have a loss of interest in things that we love. And here's the biggest thing: it lasts for more than 2 weeks. So if you don't like math class and you're depressed during math class, but really happy during English class, are you depressed?
no.
Probably not. That's more along the lines of what? Stress, right? Okay. Depression interferes with all of your life activities. It interferes with school, work, relationships at home and at school. It doesn't pick and choose, where it happens and where it doesn't. So remember that, okay? So stress versus depression have very similar characteristics at first. If you look at this slide, you'll see that the first two are actually the same, but then they start to change a little bit. I'll give you a minute to read this. Do you have any questions? If you do, you can ask your teacher or you can come see one of the counselors. We're happy to help you with that. So I'm going to move on to the next screen. If you take nothing away today, take this. The biggest difference between stress and depression is duration, how long it lasts. Is it a bad day or is it something worse? That's the question to ask. Am I stressed or am I depressed? If you have these feelings of despondency, you just really can't seem to shake it for 2 weeks or more, you really need to talk to somebody. So again, find that trusted adult in the building, your counselor, or administrator, a teacher. Talk with them. We'll make sure that we can get you some help. Or if you know a friend, come talk with us. So, what can you do to help yourself? Here's a bunch of suggestions. Does anyone have any other ways of helping yourself? So we talked about exercise. Exercise relieves endorphins. It's really important. So CrossFit, meditation, yoga, doing some boxing, kickboxing. Kickboxing is great for relieving some stress. Avoiding drug and alcohol use, because that just makes it worse, really. The third one's really big for me. Avoid using all-encompassing words like everyone, everything, all, everywhere, no one, because that makes it seem way worse than it probably is, and it overwhelms you even more. So try and narrow it down to, okay, I'm upset with this situation because of what's going on here. It takes time to talk it out, so find someone that you can talk to. And don't isolate. You're not alone. Remember that. You do have people here that care about you. You have friends. You have a supportive staff. We are here to help you. So you're not alone, Pine-Richland. If you have questions, come see us. Have a great day.